What's going on, everyone? I'm Britt.
And I'm Bob.
And we're here with a special edition of WTF is Security Hyperautomation.
What the f*** are you talking about?
What the f*** does that mean? What are you talking about?
If you're an analyst working in a SOC at a managed security service provider and you're struggling with overwhelming ticket fatigue, expanding tech sprawl across all your customer environments, and can't seem to hire enough talent to keep up with the pace of today's cybersecurity landscape, then there's a chance that you could be using obsolete technology. We've seen this throughout the course of history, right? BlackBerry go to Apple, we've seen Taxi to Uber, Blockbuster to Netflix, which, I mean, RIP Blockbuster, I still love. Barnes & Noble to Amazon. And we're even seeing this in our own industry, right, Bob?
Yeah, that's right, Britt. We've seen very similar transitions through the cybersecurity industry, from antivirus moving into XDR and EDR, secure email gateways becoming integrated cloud email security supplements, and password-based authentication turning into multi-factor authentication. But most recently, we've seen legacy SOAR give way for hyperautomation. And the reason why security leaders and MSSPs are shifting is because SOAR has failed to deliver on the original promises that it made. Originally, SOAR was supposed to help SOC teams orchestrate, automate, and remediate threats across their environment. But SOAR's rigid architecture, lack of integrations, and increasing complexity of attacks have actually made security teams more overwhelmed than ever before.
Yeah, I was going to say, the customers I speak to have not had a good experience with their SOAR. Aren't MSSPs managing the SOC for hundreds of customers at the same time?
Yes, exactly, Britt. So the issues that a single SOC experiences with legacy SOAR are multiplied tenfold for an MSSP that's using a SOAR. And that alert fatigue continues to compound, and it really affects the MSSP's bottom line.
How so?
Well, first of all, SOAR's monolithic architecture is so outdated that it can't meet the basic connectivity requirements needed to scale an MSSP business today. MSSPs have to statically provision siloed environments for each of their clients, which increases onboarding time and cuts into their margin. Second, SOAR is significantly limited by relying on proprietary connectors and pre-built integrations. So if a customer is asking their MSSP to manage a solution that doesn't integrate with their SOAR out of the box, then they either need really strong Python coding skills or they have to pay for professional services. But either way, that's going to take a lot of time before the customer starts to see ROI. So as a result, most MSSPs find themselves locked in with specific vendors and have to turn away business if the client isn't willing or able to reshift their security stack. But finally, since SOAR solutions have such limited integrations, MSSPs that rely on legacy SOAR technology run the risk of failing to see how elements of a multi-pronged attack are related to each other and then intelligently contextualizing that attack in a timely manner. Now, slow response times and misconnections due to rigid integrations leave customers at risk of incidents, and all it takes is one missed integration to destroy an MSSP's reputation.
But instead of letting SOAR kill MSSPs, that's why we at Torq are claiming SOAR is dead. But hey, don't just take our word for it. A lot of news outlets, thought leaders globally are just recognizing that hyperautomation is what's next. So as you can see down there, an article, Gartner flags adaptive security hyperautomation among top GovTech trends to watch. So let's talk a little bit about how Gartner defines hyperautomation. So Gartner defines hyperautomation as a business-driven, disciplined approach that organizations use to rapidly identify, vet, and automate as many business and IT processes as possible. So Bob, that's how Gartner defines hyperautomation. What about Torq?
Here at Torq, we define hyperautomation at its core as really three things. First, the ability to integrate anything instantly across any security solution or IT solution that might be in your customer security stack using simple API webhooks. Second, it's the ability to build and deploy automations in just minutes. So security teams can use full code, low code, no code, or even natural language prompts to generate AI-driven workflow automations. And finally, hyperautomation must be built on an enterprise-grade architecture. A lot of the concerns surrounding SOAR stem from its rigid on-premise architecture, but hyperautomation is built on a cloud-native, zero-trust architecture that eliminates performance and scaling concerns. And that's why hyperautomation is saving MSSPs. With hyperautomation, MSSPs can escape vendor lock-in by integrating any solution and increasing the operational efficiency so that they can manage whatever security stack a customer is already bringing to the table and maximizing the ROI for that customer. Second, MSSPs can onboard new customers in just minutes. Building workflows and sharing them securely across multiple customer environments is super easy with hyperautomation. Third, MSSPs are eliminating alert fatigue by applying hyperautomation to case management and reducing tier 1 tickets that require human intervention by over 90%. And then for those high-level threats that do require human-in-the-loop remediation, hyperautomation is intelligently assigning the appropriate analyst, and the built-in AI capabilities of the Torq Hyperautomation platform are helping analysts remediate those threats at machine speed. According to IDC, Torq is the first solution that is effectively mitigating issues including alert fatigue, false positives, talent shortage, and analyst burnout by combining hyperautomation and AI to help analysts more proactively secure both their and their customers' environments.
All this to say, you guys, we are your security product's favorite security product. So as you can see here, some of the top security companies in the world loving Torq. So Bob, let's do a little review roulette. Which one should I read?
Let's hear what Deepwatch has to say.
Charlie Thomas, CEO over at Deepwatch, says, with Torq Hyperautomation, we are significantly increasing productivity and efficiency, ensuring that our customers gain better evidence, analysis, and control over their cybersecurity while staying protected from external threats and operational risk. Love to see it. So Bob, where can people learn more?
Go ahead and click the link below to request a demo, and we'll reach out.
That's right, guys. Click the link below and we'll chat soon.